What's up, guys? How's it going? This is Daniel from Elite Furniture Moving. Today, I'm gonna show you top 5 automations for your small business. You're gonna see how we make from $1,000 to $20,000 per month with these automations. Just a side note: we not sell any automation services. Everyone's already made a million videos about this automation stuff. So let me just show you 5 things that can help. All right, so let's start with number 5. That's going to be a Slack book jobs automation. Basically, when the job is booked, the main thing for this automation is everyone can see it. Movers, customer service, dispatch, salespeople, when they see that everyone sees like a 20 people in organization, whatever, when they see that someone notices that they book the job, they already become a little bit in a zone, and then they're more inclined to book more and more and more jobs. That creates competition inside team, and I estimate that brings us around $1,000 per month at least, just by adding this one little automation, which is taking book jobs into the Slack in a real time. All right, so let's go with number 4. So number 4 is a reviews automation. So we got Yelp or Google reviews that's going basically the same way to Slack as in the previous one. And when the good review comes, it goes to Slack right away. Customer service sees it and can react fast. We found some magic that if you reach out to people after 24 hours after they leave a review, they're not super inclined to remove it. Customer service representative to reach out faster than 24 hours to fix the issue with the client. So that's one side of it. The other side is, of course, the movers could see that there is a bad review on a job that they actually did. And then our customer service has a special spreadsheet for movers, which called bonus sheet, where if any of the movers doing bad behaviors or doing like something that against company policies or just bad attitude, she put them negative point in that bonus sheet, and from that bonus sheet it takes automatically a text message and sends it to movers. So that's saying that that behavior is not good for a company, and this is the reason that you get negative points in your bonus sheet. All right, so that was number 4. Views automation going to Slack. We estimate saves us about $1,500 to $2,000 a month by sending this review. Actually, I think it saves us a lot more, because sometimes if we got bad reviews, it'll take a lot of effort to remove it, even if it's possible. Or maybe sometimes it's not just possible to remove it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at number 3, sales automation, which is call quality check. All right, so this is basically an automation when we have a call from the sales representative. It downloads this call, and ChatGPT would just transcribe it, as you all know, in a different text. ChatGPT has a certain settings where it reads the script and it analyzes how closely the salesperson did follow the script or not, and also by other different factors, like if the client likes salesperson, so by likeliness, by following the script, by attention to details, and so on. So this automation basically makes an email to the sales manager in the sense, this salesperson on this time received this call, this many minutes from this phone number, which is from this marketing source. It's gonna say that it has all this text, and then basically put them a mark, like 1 to 5 mark. If it's good job, they put 5. If it's not that great of a job, usually it put 2 or 3. I think it should put a lot more ones and twos. It never puts ones or two. I never seen 1 or 2, but I think we need to adjust it to put a lot more twos. But it's pretty chill. Actually, everyone can see there's an issue. Also, this automation sends some results to Slack, to the sales channel. Obviously, we don't want everyone to see, like, if the certain client told salesperson that they're not interested, or something they didn't like, or something else. So we'll just put marks 1 to 5 in a Slack channel just for salespeople, so they can review it and see how the AI describe their performance, put a mark, whatever. So we estimate that saves us about 2,500 per month. Just once there is some issue with a script, I can quickly read it, or the sales manager can quickly read it in the email and see, oh, here you didn't follow the script, here you didn't ask the question, here you didn't do that, please do this again, so we can catch improper sales job and improper sales work, which is not that often, obviously, but still very helpful. I've heard a lot of people would say about automation that this would cost a lot of money and many dollars or hundreds of dollars and so on, and it's cheaper to hire someone from Philippines to go and listen that, like a VA from Philippines or personally, if it was up to me, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I think the ChatGPT is pretty accurate. It needs some adjustment though, and sometimes it makes a little mistakes here and there. But I think it's pretty accurate, and I think it's sufficient for the sales manager to figure out if the salesperson does really good job or something is wrong. So we estimate that. I personally estimate this saves about $2,500 per month for my company, this particular automation of sales quality and quantity control. All right, so let's go on number 2. That's going to be RingCentral call out automation. So this is basically one salesperson receives a lead, they get a call from the system, they pick in here that you received the lead from source X, press 1 to connect. And basically, once they hear that, they press 1 and they can be connected to another person, the other line, who are the lead that actually came in. So which means the potential customer submitted their quote request. So let me go in depth a little bit in here, because there are two types of things that mainly the customer will do to talk to the company, right? We're gonna have a forms and you're gonna have calls, right? So also like in the higher ticket stuff, you also get the meetings, you got like a video calls, so on. In our business, in our industry, home service industry, most of the home service industry, I'd say it's gonna be a call or the form submission, lead submission. So once we receive a lead submission, we notice 80% of quotes we receive by lead submission, or from the Facebook or from the lead providers, from Google or so on. So in this lead submission, what we do, we just basically make the RingCentral, our voice IP platform, just make a call out to the sales representative, and again, tell them that they got a lead, and then connects to the lead, so it makes a call to the lead right away. So what's good about this is usually when salespeople receive a lead, it takes them few minutes to call them, because sometimes people are already on the phone with another customer, so they gonna finish with another customer, take 15 minutes. But at this time, leads still routed to that salesperson. So what happens is they just basically people are waiting 15 minutes to get a quote. When the leads are so expensive, it's pretty difficult to book good amount of job if you have to wait 15 minutes to call someone, right? What that system does is it makes a ring out. And if this person is busy on a call with someone, it's just make a ring out for 15 seconds. And after that, it's going to call to the next person and the next person and the next person. And the next person who is available going to pick up this lead and give this client a quote. Okay, so this way, instead of on average waiting 4 or 5 minutes to talk to the sales representative, which means speed to lead is on average like 4 or 5 minutes, we can cut this number up to 1 minute. So that means we can book more jobs with our clients and help more clients with our services. So this adds about $5,000 per month. All right, so let's go take a look at number 1. So number 1 is postcard mailing automation. What happened before is we had this list of houses that were for sale on a certain day, and we had someone in the Philippines or some virtual assistants who can download the list, and then they could have to do certain manipulation with this list, like add certain rows and delete something. They also have to go and check all the listings on certain websites like Zillow, Realtor.com, to see if these sites are staged, if these homes are virtually staged, they're empty, they're vacant, or so on. So because of that, it took a lot of time. Let's say if it was on Monday or Tuesday, it would be 150, 200 homes to check. It would take our virtual assistant the whole day basically and sitting there and checking the pictures. And so we did automated this pretty good. What happens now is he almost immediately checks the pictures and can let you know which house is very likely to be occupied and which house is empty or there's no one lives in there at the point. After that, this basically sending us an email that sends, hey, here's your list. It merges different letters, right, with a potential client's name and then address and so on, and then email us a list where can our employee can come to the office and actually click the button, say print, and then he can print with a printer all these letters and stuff it in an envelope and bring it to post office to be mailed to our potential clients. So this automation brings us about $20,000 per month per location, which is really huge. Again, it needs a lot of setup, but if you make it work, that can be very, very profitable automation. So number one would be postcard direct mail automation. All right, so there are some adjustments also I want to say to this postcard automation that you can also stack on top of that. You can also send an emails to realtors. You can also try to skip trace people's addresses and try to send them emails, try to have your salespeople call them and maybe offer free boxes, offer something to help, maybe some free advice for moving services. And this is just overall, I think that's the best automation they can home service business can do. Which is direct mail automation. All right, so that was top 5 the best automations for home service business. And yeah, if you want to chat about this, just let me know. I'll leave my contact below. But um, other than that, if you got any questions, you can leave the comment and then let's go.